Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to show you some very basic terminology in basketball, and that is, what are the positions and why are they numbered? Why are they not always a point guard, a shooting guard? Why are they ones, twos, threes? Yeah, what that stuff is, that's what I'm going to explain today. So hello everyone, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training. On this channel I show you basketball plays, drills, and skills. So if you like that stuff, hit the like button and subscribe. Really quickly though, I do have another channel called the ArmChair Athlete. I do racing, video games, car reviews and things like that in real life, as well as NBA 2K. So if you like that stuff, go check out that channel. Link is in the description. It's called the ArmChair Athlete. But anyways, my goal on that channel is to have 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so we'll see. But anyways, today I'm going to show you the basics, well actually the numbers and positions behind basketball. So let's get down to the clipboard. Let me show you and explain to you what each position does, as well as what those numbers mean. So here we are down on the clipboard. So we have players 1 through 5 on here. Now, player 1, he is going to be your point guard. A point guard is the guy who generally, in most cases, will be dribbling the basketball up the court. He's going to be the one who's calling the plays. But he is not the only player who can do that. There's a player, number 2, he is the shooting guard. A shooting guard is, just like how the name implies, he is traditionally the player who's going to be your best shooter on the court, but he's also usually the player who's also able to help out the point guard with some of the duties behind calling out plays, as well as dribbling the ball up the court. You may have heard of a position called the swing guard, which is what I used to play when I went down to the States for basketball. Basically, the swing guard is a combination of these two. It means that you're basically able to play both positions. You see this a lot with a lot of NBA teams where Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet, those two players they're both point guards, but Fred VanVleet is more of a swing guard because he's a really great shooter. He can play beside a point guard really well, but he's also an extremely great dribbler and able to handle a team. So that's what I used to play as in my position. I'm 6'2", at the time, 200 pounds. And, well, I'm not 200 pounds anymore, but basically behind that position, I was able to dribble the ball up the court competently, but I was a shooter. So at least when I went down to the States, a lot of times in high school, depending on the age, wasn't necessarily a shooter, but at the club level, I always were or was. Going over to small forward. Well, the small forward is kind of a hybrid. He can be a guard. He can also be a forward. What a small forward does, he's usually the guy who's called the driver, the slicer. There's many different names for what he does, but he's basically the guy. You've seen Vince Carter. You've seen LeBron James. Those guys are small forwards. They drive to the rim a lot. They're able to make contact and finish baskets. They're basically an athletic big guy. Then there's player number 4. He's the power forward. Some examples in the NBA is Tim Duncan, as well as some other players like Kevin Garnett. Those guys are really, really great power forward players. And basically what they do is to be able to get that ball in the high post or even in the low post and be able to score extremely easily. And then there's player number 5. Player number 5 on the court is the center. He is the biggest, usually the biggest guy on the court, the heaviest guy on the court, the guy who can get into the low post, which is the block area, and just dominate somebody like a Shaq or a Cousins from now Golden State Warriors. Wow, that team is stacked. But big players who can really dominate down low. Not traditionally able to shoot three-point shots. However, players like Jonas Valanciunas, who was traditionally a low post player, is now stretching out, able to shoot three-point shots. That's how the NBA and that's how the game is going. It started over in Europe. Canada picked it up afterwards. And now the Americans are starting to catch on and say, wow, we have 7-foot players who can be three-point threats. That's fantastic. And that's why the NBA is having so much more scoring these days, because now everybody can shoot from everywhere on the court. Now, those are some very basics behind the numbers as well as the positions when it comes to basketball. I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe. Let us know how we can improve anything in our videos. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I answer 99.9% of all of them. So until next time, which is tomorrow because I post daily videos, I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Basketball players, are you looking to jump higher? If you are, there's a book in the description called the Jump Training Book that is going to help you just like it has helped many other players. Hello, so if you have liked this video, click over here to subscribe, or maybe over here, depending on which side I put it on. I don't know yet. Anyways, also the opposite direction or the opposite side is another video you may like. So I hope to see you again in one of those next videos. Yeah.